everyone. I'm here tonight with my great friends from Delaware, Len and Fiona Fry. So Len and Fiona, I called you several years ago. I invited you to take a look at ASEA. I had known you as friends, also as business associates from another company. And what was your response when I asked you to take a look at ASEA?
I had indicated that we had taken a look at ASEA previously. I'm an electrical engineer and I'm a pretty technical guy, and I really couldn't get my hands around this technology. So we decided to reject it. And quite honestly, we really didn't give it a good look and just kind of rejected it offhand. We were been looking at some other network marketing companies at the time. That's where we were at that point.
Okay. So you told me it was too complicated. It didn't seem like something that you would be interested in. And what I said to you, Len, is I said, Len, look, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm going to ask you to give me a half an hour of your time. I'm going to ask you not to say no until you fully understand what you're saying no to. I invited you to get on a conference call, and you and Fiona agreed to do that. You agreed not to say no until you knew what you were saying no to. So after the conference call, what happened then?
Well, it was a little more attractive, I got to admit, and we understood a little bit more. And I think the conversation of not saying no till you know what you're saying no to was pretty compelling. So we decided to take a good look. After we got off the conference call, then we talked, and you directed us to some other information, which we took a look at. And each step along the way, it became more and more compelling.
Absolutely. And at a certain point, you got on the product, you became associates, you both had great product experiences. Over time, Fiona, why don't you tell us about your product experience, like how long it took you to start noticing some changes?
For me, it was over a month. I mean, in the first month, I really didn't feel anything. Into the second month, I kept saying to Len, I'm just not sure, but I just feel really good. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but I had this wonderful sense of well-being. I felt fabulous. And then I started to notice some differences in sleep. I started to sleep better. I was sleeping more deeply. I wasn't waking up 10 times a night. And then that just evolved into a tremendous experience with joint issues that I have had since I've been in my 20s, that have progressed as I've aged, that have kept me up at night, have kept me from exercising, have kept me from all sorts of things. And I started to notice a difference in how my joints were feeling. And over the 5 years and plus that we've been using ASEA now, my joint issues are completely resolved. I don't have any issues with them. So the product wasn't an immediate experience for us. It was the same for Len. He didn't feel anything right away as well. But over time, we've just had some amazing experiences.
Yeah, and it was really quite a while for me. And I think I began to do a lot more due diligence on the company and the product and the owners and so forth along the way. And that was more compelling to me than really a product experience that I personally had. Fiona did have a product experience, but I quite honestly, I've had some small ones along the way, but until we come out with the Renew 28, and I used that on a knee problem that I had where I was headed for a knee replacement, and that was 2 years ago, and have had no problems since just using the Renew 28. But up until that point, I really hadn't had a significant product experience.
Okay, so now you are both, of course, Platinum Associates headed for Diamond and beyond, and all because you agreed to take the time to understand what ASEA was before saying no.
Exactly right.
We say that in all of our meetings, Trish. We always say that to our associates that are in our team and new people looking at the business, because we're forever grateful that you said to us, don't say no until you really understand what you're saying no to. because we could have missed this.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for being with us tonight.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.